Hi, welcome to the Yoga Athlete. This is a beginner yoga session. If you have little to no experience with yoga, this is where I would recommend that you start. And do this session or one of the other beginner sessions several times until you feel comfortable with the poses and with the flow of yoga. In yoga, in the session, we will be working on some of the poses that I use most often in my classes and in my yoga workouts and recoveries, just to help you become more familiar with these poses. I'll go a little slower. I'll explain the poses a little bit more and give you modifications. I have two yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can use a thick book or a kettlebell or a dumbbell, something just to help you reach the floor if you can't touch your toes by bending over. I also have a yoga strap here. A yoga strap is great if you can't sit and reach your toes. You don't have to use a yoga strap. You can also use a towel or a band. Now, first thing we're gonna do is just sit in a nice, easy pose. I realize that this may not be comfortable for everybody and you may not be able to get your feet like this. If you have to have them more out like this, or even one straight and one bent, or if they're up like this, that's okay too. Find a comfortable position to start. Hands on your knees. I always recommend to make sure you have plenty of water. If you need to stop in the middle of this video to get some, just press pause and then start right back up. And at the end, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to use the contact page on the website and contact me and see if there's any questions that I can answer for you. All right, let's begin. Hands on your knees, nice and comfortable. We always start with breathing. In yoga, we breathe in through our nose and out through our nose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, take your right ear over towards your right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. Hands on your knees. We're going to do a big shoulder roll. Inhale, up. Exhale, press back and down. Inhale up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale up. And exhale, back and down. Very good. Breathe. Take your hands on your knees. Inhale, press your chest up to the ceiling. And exhale, curl your back, pull away from your knees. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Again, inhale up. And exhale, back. Last one, inhale up. And exhale, open up those shoulder blades. You're gonna come back to center. We're gonna inhale both hands up. And then we're gonna bring our right hand over hand. And if you can keep your hips on the mat, go all the way over to your elbow. You could also use a block here if you need it. And then take your other hand up and look up at your fingers. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, both hands up. And we're gonna go to the other side. Hand, then elbow, and turn and look up at your hand. Inhale and exhale. One more. Only go to your hand if you can't keep your hips down. Inhale and exhale. Come up. Now we're going to twist. Take your right hand or left hand to the outside of your right knee and look over your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Turn and look over your shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, both hands up. Bring your hands down by your side. We're going to straighten our feet. Press your hips back. Flex your feet. Hands come out. Inhale up. And we're going to forward fold. Now, you may not be able to reach your toes, so bring your hands to your knees, your shins, your ankles, or if you can get your toes, bring them all the way down. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale all the way up and exhale again. Forward fold as far as you can. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Hands down by your side. We're going to bring our feet around behind us. Come up on all fours. Right here. We're going to cat-cow stretch. Inhale, curl up to cat, which is just what it sounds like. And exhale, front-facing cow. Think of a cow with a swayed back. You want to make sure your hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Inhale, back up. Exhale, front-facing cow. Again, inhale, curl up. Exhale, front-facing cow. Come back to neutral spine. This is called tabletop. And we're going to reach our hands out to the edge of the mat and sit our hips back to child's pose. Taking your hips back towards your heels, drop your head, but walk your fingers out. This is an active stretch, stretching your lower back and your shoulders as you drop your head to the mat. And continue to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come up. We're going to take our hands off to the right and now sit our hips back to the left. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, come up. Hands off to the left, hips off to the right. Breathe, inhale and exhale. Nice job. Inhale and exhale. Come back up. Hands out to the edge of the mat again. We're going to curl our toes under and press up to our first downward facing dog. We just press our hips straight up and drop our head between our shoulders. Now, if you don't know where you should be in downward facing dog, you want to come to plank with your hands under your shoulders. And from there, press your hips up, dropping your head between your shoulders. That is where you should be for downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see me. On your exhale, you're going to do what's called walk the dog. Bend your right knee and then your left, alternating back and forth with each breath. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, press both heels back. And then we're going to jump or step both feet forward. I recommend if you're just beginning to step one foot and then the other. And then inhale, lengthen, nice flat back. You may need a block here. Exhale, fold. If you can't reach your toes, you can use this block. So we're going to fold over and then do what's called a reverse swan dive. Hands out to the side, coming up, slight back bend. And then swan dive, hinge from the waist, all the way over. These are called sunrise salutations. The block can be here as well, or even flat like this. Reverse swan dive, come up, slight back bend. Again, swan dive, we're warming up our bodies. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come up, slight back bend, and swan dive. Last one, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come up. Slight back bend and hinge from your waist all the way over.
Take your hands and your elbows. Make sure you have a slight bend in your knees. Drop your head. And let the weight of your head pull you over. Inhale. Stretching out your back, stretching out your legs. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. On your exhale, you're going to put your hands down, and we're going to step back to plank into what's called a vinyasa series. So that was our sunrise salutations, and then this is vinyasa. Plank can also be done on your knees. We go from plank. I'm going to show you on my knees first. Elbows in, lead with your chest, lower down, hover for a second, and then that's called chaturanga, and then through to cobra. Just pressing up through your core. Inhale. Exhale, come back down. Press up to plank, and then downward facing dog. That whole series, again, is called a vinyasa. We're going to do it again. This time I'll show you what it looks like on your toes. Come forward to plank, lower to chaturanga, and then through to cobra. Start low in cobra. You don't want to go all the way up if you're not warm. Don't want to hurt your back. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Come down, press up to plank, downward facing dog. We're going to jump or step both feet forward. I'm just going to step again. Inhale, lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come up. And heart center. Now, we're going to take our hands behind our back. Clasp your hands together if you can. If you can't, just place them on the small of your back and push your chest open. Inhale and exhale, opening up that chest, rolling those shoulders back. Inhale. Now on your exhale, we're going to forward fold and try to take your hands off your back and over your head. Now I realize you may not be able to. If you can just get them even a half an inch off your back, it's going to help work flexibility in your shoulders. Inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, release your hands, and we're coming to chair pose. Chair pose is just what it sounds like we're sitting in a chair. To make it harder, sit lower. Easier, don't sit as deep. Hands either heart center, they can be straight out in front of you, or straight up. Make sure you can wiggle your toes, so all the weight's in your heels. Inhale, exhale, press up, slight back bend, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come up. We're gonna do that again, heart center. Hands behind your back. Clasp them together if you can, or just place them in the small of your back. Pressing your chest out, inhale. On your exhale, forward fold. Hands up, off your back or over your head. Inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees. Release your hands and come through to chair. Breathe, inhale. And exhale, press up, slight back bend, and swan dive. You can always use a block anytime we do these sunrise salutations. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, length or fold. Reverse swan dive, come up. Last one, slight back bend, and swan dive. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, jump or step, both feet back to plank. Again, either on your toes or on your knees. Lower to chaturanga, through to cobra. Get a little deeper in cobra each time we do this. Inhale and exhale. Come all the way to your chest. I'm gonna move my block out of the way. Take your hands out to the side. And we're gonna take our right foot toward our left hand in a twist. Now, if you can't get your foot all the way to your hand, that's okay. Just get over as far as you can, even if it's bent like this. Reach your right hand toward the wall. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, come back to center. Opposite direction. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center. Hands under shoulders. Press up to plank.
downward facing dog. Inhale.
On your exhale, jump or step, both feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. Slight back bend, heart center.
Very good. From there, we're going to take our left foot, step it straight back, and then bring our hands down to a lunge. Knee over ankle, okay? Don't want to see this. Knee over toe, you can hurt yourself. Get that foot forward, knee over ankle. Now, you can also take this knee and lower it to the mat and release your foot, taking the top of your foot to the mat. We're stretching our hips here. Press your hips forward. You don't want to be upright like this. You want those hips forward. If you're up on your toes, think about dropping those hips toward the mat. I'll do it on my knee first. Inhale. And then on your exhale, release your leg and foot. Reach for those toes with your opposite hand. If you can't reach your toes, reach for your shin or your ankle. And just think about taking your chest all the way over toward your knee. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Come up, curl that back toe under, press up, and we're gonna step that foot forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, and take your right foot now back to that lunge. Again, knee over ankle, so we should be opposite foot forward. And this time I'm gonna do this with my leg up, but feel free to drop that knee to the mat if you need to. I'm just dropping my hips down, breathing, inhale. Nice deep stretch for your hips. Exhale. Inhale. On your exhale, drop your knee, release your toe. Release that leg, come up, opposite hand. Reach for that foot and press your chest down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come up. Curl that toe up. And we're going to step this foot back to plank. Now, if you can't just swing it back like that, go ahead and come down and work your way back to plank like this. Either on your toes or on your knees. Lower to chaturanga and through to cobra. Getting deeper each time. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. On your exhale, press up, downward facing dog. Now we're gonna take our right foot, lift it up in the air behind you, point your toe, try to look behind you, inhale, and then on your exhale, swing this foot through between your hands. Again, if you can't do this swing like I just did, then come up and get this foot forward, just like that. Now, we're gonna turn our back foot out. You wanna line up your heels. You wanna look down, make sure they're in one straight line, and then bring your body up to warrior one. Your back hand, you can use that to help turn your hips forward and reach up. Now, modifications here, don't go as deep. Don't have that back foot back as far. Make sure your heels are still in the same line. Front knee bent, back leg straight. Hips up. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. On your exhale, turn, open your arms to warrior two. Now in warrior two, your arms are straight out from your legs, reaching for opposite ends of the wall, opposite ends of the room. Head is lifted, pelvis is pulled down, one straight line in your spine, front knee bent, back leg straight. Now turn your front palm up, bring that hand up to the ceiling, reverse warrior. Back hand is either resting on that back leg or reaching around your waist, front knee still bent, back leg still straight. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. On your exhale, come back, warrior two. Now we're gonna take our elbow to our knee, back hand up. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. On your exhale, let the weight of your back hand
bring you back. Gaze is gonna follow thumbs. Look at your back hand. Bring it to the front, to the ceiling, and to the floor. We're gonna step this foot back to plank. Lower to chaturanga, through to cobra. See, I'm getting a little deeper each time. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Press up to plank.
Downward facing dog. Now take your left leg, extend it in the air behind you, point your toe, look behind you. Inhale.
Then on your exhale, bring that foot through between your hands, or just get up and come forward. Turn that back foot out. Arms come up. Warrior one. Now again, make sure your heels are in the same plane. Your back foot can either be straight out or you can have a little bend to it, whichever's comfortable for your knee. Use your back hand to help you to the front and to the ceiling. Gazes up at those fingers. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. On your exhale, turn and open to warrior two. Again, think about reaching to opposite ends of the room. Head is lifted. Inhale and exhale. Front palm up. Reverse warrior. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. On your exhale, come back to warrior two. Breathe, inhale. On your exhale, elbow to knee. Back hand comes up. Inhale. And exhale, let the weight of your hand drop back. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Gaze follows thumbs. Look at your back hand to the front, to the ceiling, to the floor, and step this foot back to plank. Lower to chaturanga and through to cobra. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, come down. Press up to plank.
Downward facing dog. And we're gonna bend our knees and jump or step. I'm gonna jump this time.
Both feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come up. Heart center. All right, we're gonna do a couple of balance poses here. The first one is called tree pose. Now, if you have a hard time with balancing, you hang on to something. Find a wall or a chair. I have the rig right here I could step over and hang on to if I needed to. Don't be afraid to hold on to something until you learn to balance. Inhale up, hands heart center. In tree pose, you can take your right foot to the inside of your ankle. You can also leave that toe down if you need, or to your calf, or using your hand to help you bring it up to your thigh. What you don't want to do is put it on your knee, so keep your foot away from your knee. Always stop and start again if you have to come out of it to get your balance. Start again. A trick to balancing is to find an object that's not moving to focus your attention on. Pull your core in nice and tight. Inhale and exhale. Now you can stay right here with your hands at heart center, or you can lift them up. Again, they can stay right here by your ears, or you can bring your arms out, spread your fingers like leaves and branches of a tree. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Hands together, heart center. Slowly with control, release that foot to the mat. Adjust your feet. Inhale, hands up, heart center. Opposite foot is going to come to the inside of your ankle, your calf, or your thigh. Again, find an object that's not moving to focus your attention on. Don't hesitate to use a chair or a wall or something to hold on to. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands out if you'd like. You
can always keep them heart center. Inhale and exhale, breathe. Inhale, see, stop and start again if you need to. And exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale, hands together, heart center. Release that foot, adjust your feet, inhale, hands up, slight back bend, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold, and reverse swan dive, come up, heart center. Now this next pose you may want a block for, especially if you have a hard time touching your toes. It's called figure 4. So what we're going to do, you're going to take your right foot over your left knee. Again, you can always step here and do it like this. Or you can take your back up against a wall and press your back up against a wall. So right foot over left knee and bend your left knee, hands heart center. Think about pressing that knee open. If you're really balanced, you can even take your hand on your knee and press it open. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Now on your exhale, we're gonna forward fold. This is where you may want the block. Here, here, here. It may even just help you get your hands all the way to the ground. This is one of those poses I think everyone should do every day because it's so good for your IT bands and your hips. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale. On your exhale, slowly with control, come up and drop your foot. Adjust your feet, inhale, hands up. Heart center, opposite foot, over your knee, and sit back to that figure 4. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Inhale. On your exhale, slowly reach down, using that block to help you if you need, pressing your knee open. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Slowly with control, come up and release. Inhale, hands up, slight back bend, swan dives. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. And last one, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, jumper step, both feet back to plank. Lower to chaturanga, and then through to either cobra or up dog. Now, up dog, and turn to the side so you can see me, is just hands and feet. That's all that's touching. Looking up, nice and strong. So if you're feeling strong, warm, and balanced, come up to up dog, or just stay in cobra. And then we come back down, press up to plank, downward facing dog. Inhale, and exhale, jumper step, both feet forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come up. Heart center. The next pose is called goddess pose or a yoga squat. You bring your feet to the edge of the mat. Hands heart center. Inhale. And as you exhale, you slowly just sink down, dropping your hips all the way past parallel, taking it as low as you can, and then pressing your elbows into your knees. Now, if you can't do this, and you can't get all the way down, the trick is to keep your heels down, but you may not be able to. So a good way to help you get to the point where you can do that is to take a couple of blocks or books, or even those weighted plates work really well. Take your heels on the blocks or weights or books or whatever you're using. Hands here, and sink down with your heels on those blocks. This helps you get down lower
if you don't have the flexibility to take your heels all the way to the mat. And then slowly just make that smaller till you get to where it's really thin. And then eventually you'll be able to put those heels down on the mat. Inhale, and then exhale. Press through your heels and stand up. And if you're on the blocks, stay on the blocks. If not, we're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, and exhale, sink down. Press open. Oops. Sometimes you lose your balance. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. I'm gonna take my hands down, press my hips up, walk my feet in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Hands heart center. And I'm gonna take my left foot and step it straight back. Now again, I wanna line up my heels, just like I did in those warrior poses. Use my hands to help me come forward, up, bend your knee, warrior two. This time I'm gonna straighten my front leg, reach forward, and hinge over to triangle. Now again, here's where you may wanna block to put your hand on. If you don't have a block, you can put your hand on your shin or your ankle or your foot. You can use that block in any of these positions. Inhale. Now, if you have a shoulder problem, just drop that hand to your small back to protect your shoulder. Breathe. Try to get your gaze up to the thumb. Think of one straight line, stretching from one hand all the way to the other. Inhale. On your exhale, let the weight of your back hand bring you up. Turn your hips forward and hinge over to airplane. Inhale. And exhale, chest is parallel to the floor, arms are out. Inhale. And exhale, hands down. And we're gonna step that back foot forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive up. Heart center. Now take your right foot straight back. Arms come forward and up. Open. Straighten your front leg, reach out, and hinge over to triangle. This is what it looks like without a block. One straight line from hand to hand, chest is open. Inhale, and exhale. I'm not like this. You want to try to open up as much as you can. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Let the weight of your back hand bring you up. Turn your chest to the front. Hinge over to airplane. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Hands down. Step this foot back to plank. Lower to chaturanga. Through to cobra or up dog. And then lower all the way down to your stomach. This next pose is bow pose, but we're gonna start with locust, which is a modification of bow pose. Hands by your side, take one of your cheeks to the mat. And we're gonna inhale and lift up our legs and our hands. Just inhale and lift up. Don't hold your breath here. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. One more inhale. And on your exhale, opposite cheek to the mat. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, lift up legs and arms. Inhale. This strengthens your back. Exhale. Inhale. Also strengthens your core. And release. Now that is the modification for bow pose. Another modification before we go into it is just to do one foot. But bow pose, we bend our knees and reach for our feet with our hands. If you can't reach your feet, if you can reach one foot, you can do bow pose on one side and then switch and do the other side. Or you can grab that strap, wrap it around your feet, and you inhale and you lift up. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. And you can pull it as close to you as you can. Inhale, and exhale, release. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like without a strap. Bend your knees, reach for your feet, and inhale, lift up legs and arms. Inhale, and exhale. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath here. Inhale, press your feet into your hands, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Release all the way to the mat. Hands under shoulders. We're gonna press up to plank.
And downward facing dog.
Inhale. On your exhale, bring your right leg forward and place it on the mat in front of you, just like this. This next pose is called pigeon pose. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me a little bit more. Now, if you can't be up on your knee like this, you can sit down on your hips. You can bend this back leg a little bit. You can bring this front leg out. It doesn't have to be as close if that's not comfortable. Just find a position that you can feel comfortable in. Take your right hand up, reach out, and your opposite hand under, and then just rest your head on your arm. Now again, you can always do this on your hip. This is called half pigeon. Breathe, inhale. And then on your exhale, bring your hands up by your side. And you're gonna bend that back leg, reaching for that back foot. Now again, you can do this on your hips. Reach for that foot this way to pull, to stretch the hip flexor and that quad. But if you can't reach your foot, this is another great place a band or a towel comes in handy. Just wrap it around that foot and pull it towards you. You can either do that on your hip or up on your knee. Just pulling that towards you to get that deep stretch. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release, hands by your side.
Press back up to downward facing dog. Inhale.
And exhale, bring your left leg forward, place it on the mat. Right leg back. Again, pick your position, either on your hip, up on your knee, bending your knees, straightening them out a little bit. However you can to get into this pose. Inhale. And exhale, hand out, opposite hand under. This is another one of those poses I feel like everyone should do once a day. It's just a fantastic stretch. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. On your exhale, come up, bend your back leg, reach for your foot or grab that strap. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release that.
Press back up to downward facing dog. And then come down to your knees in a tabletop position. Cat-cow stretch again. Inhale, curl up to cat.
Exhale, front facing cow. Come back to neutral spine. And we're gonna come up on our knees, cross your feet behind you, and then just sit back, bringing your feet in front of you. Soles of your feet together in a cobbler's pose or bound ankle pose. Now this can be done with your feet really close to you or farther away. If your knees are up like this and they don't open very wide, that's okay. We'll work on that. So find your position, then take your elbows onto your legs and just press open, keeping your chest forward and your head up. Breathe, just press those knees open. If you can bend over a little further without rounding your spine, go ahead and come over as far as you can. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale, come up, bring your knees up, and we're gonna straighten them out. Sit up nice and tall, hands out to the side, come up to seated mountain pose. Now this is just what it sounds like. Lift up like a mountain, nice and tall, flex your feet, hands right by your ears, but your shoulders are relaxed. You're not up here like this. Breathe, inhale. On your exhale, forward fold. Hopefully you're a little farther than you were at the beginning of class. Even if you still can't get to your toes, hopefully you're farther. Breathe, inhale. And exhale, come up. Grab that strap if you have a hard time touching your toes. If you don't, watch me here. We're gonna take our right hand to our left foot, and sitting up nice and straight, we're just gonna lift that leg up off the mat. If you can't touch your toes, reach for that strap or band or towel, whatever you have, and use that to help you lift up. Now don't lean back because you won't get a good stretch. Sit up nice and tall, and you're gonna feel this stretch all the way down into your IT band, into your glute. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. One more breath, inhale, and exhale, release. Opposite foot, I'll do this one with my hand, but you can still use the band if you need to, and lift up. Inhale, and exhale. Again, inhale, and exhale, release. Very good, sit up nice and tall, inhale up, one more forward fold, reach. Inhale up, and exhale down. Now, we're gonna lift your hips and just roll down one vertebrae at a time. Roll down to the mat. I'm gonna turn to the side. We're gonna do what's called a bridge pose. In yoga, we fold, and in our life in general, we fold over a lot, bending our backs over. So we need to work the opposite of that to help fix the bending, to counteract. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. Counteract the bending forward. So lift up your hips one vertebrae at a time and roll them up, and we're gonna roll our shoulders under our arms and walk our feet back till we can touch our heels. Now, if you can't do this, you can again use a block and place it right here under your hips to help you lift up. If you want a little more, you can turn it this way, again, to help you lift. If you can't get your feet back very far, just bring them where you can, where's comfortable. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. One more inhale. On your exhale, release your arms and roll down one vertebrae at a time. And we're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, lift up. Roll your arms under your shoulders, reach for your heels, pressing those hips up. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale. On your exhale, release your shoulders and roll down one vertebrae at a time. I'm gonna come back to center, and we're gonna do what's called reverse plow. We will do plow pose, but first we'll do reverse. Bring your hands up over your head, point your toes, and one vertebrae at a time, we're gonna inhale and roll up, bringing our arms straight up nice and tall, and then exhale and forward fold. Then come back up and roll down one vertebrae at a time, taking your hands towards your feet as you roll down. Very good, inhale, hands up. And exhale over. Inhale up. And release down to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Now, if you have had a neck injury or a back injury, or you just can't get your feet over your head, I want you to do reverse plow. That is your modification. If you feel like you can try reverse plow or you've done it before, you're gonna take your feet up and over your head. You can bring your hands on your hips to help you. You do not have to touch your toes to the ground like I am here. They can be up here. Your hands can be down here. They do not have to be on your hips. And then from there, we just roll down one vertebrae at a time. Think about dropping your knees towards your nose, and hit every vertebrae as you roll down. Breathe. We're gonna do that again. Inhale up. Exhale over. If you're doing reverse plow, do reverse plow again. And slowly with control, roll back down, all the way to the mat. And last one, inhale up.
And exhale over. If you want, you can take your hands up by your feet. And then slowly, with control, roll back down, bringing your feet all the way to the mat. I'm going to come back to center. Bring your right knee into your chest. And we're going to rotate our ankle out. And then in. Breathe, inhale. And exhale, release that to the mat. Bring your opposite knee into your chest and rotate your ankle in and out. Breathe. We're going to release that to the mat. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. Bring both of your knees into your chest. Reach your hands between your feet, or between your legs for your feet. This is called Happy Baby Pose, and we just roll from right to left. Back and forth, side to side, massaging your spine sideways. Very good. Come back to center. Release those legs long. Bring your right knee into your chest, and we're going to cross it across our body, stretching our arm in the opposite direction, and turn and look at your left hand. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Reach that leg long behind your knee, your calf, your ankle. Pull it towards your forehead. Inhale. Exhale, bring that back into your chest. Release to the mat. Opposite knee into your chest. Cross it across your body, stretching your arm in the opposite direction. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, come back to center. Reach that leg long behind your knee, your calf, your ankle. Pull it towards your forehead. Inhale. And exhale, back in. And stretch that leg long. Very good. Now take both hands above your head. Point your toes. Feel like someone's pulling your arms in one direction, pulling your toes in the other. Stretching your spine, creating space between your vertebrae. Inhale. And exhale, making you taller and longer and leaner. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands down by your side, palms up, relax your feet, close your eyes and rotate your head from right to left, back and forth. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Come back to center, close your eyes. This part of our yoga practice is called Savasana. It's a part a lot of people skip, but it's very important to help connect your mind to your body for relaxation and meditation. So just close your eyes, lay here. This is called corpse pose. Listen to the music. Listen to the sound of my voice as I guide you through some relaxation. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale. As you exhale, focus on the top of your head. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the tension flow out of your body, through your feet and toes, out into the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Now think about the back of your head and your face. Inhale. As you exhale, feel the tension drain down your body, through your feet and toes, and into the mat. Breathe, inhale. And exhale. Now picture the base of your head, your neck. Inhale. As you exhale, feel the tension drain down your body, through your feet and toes, and into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, picture
base of your neck, your upper back, and your shoulders. Inhale. As you exhale, feel the tension drain down through your feet and toes and into the mat. Breathe, inhale. Now focus on your arms and your hands and your fingers. As you exhale, feel the tension drain down your arms, through your fingers, and into the mat. Breathe, inhale. Now exhale, focus on your chest and your middle back. Inhale. As you exhale, feel the tension drain down your body, through your feet and toes, and into the mat. Inhale and exhale. Now picture your stomach and your lower back. Inhale. As you exhale, feel the tension drain down your body, through your feet and toes, and into the mat. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, picture your hips, your pelvis, your glutes. Inhale. As you exhale, feel the tension drain down your body, through your feet and toes, and into the mat. Inhale and exhale. Breathe, inhale. As you exhale, picture your legs, your thighs. Inhale. As you exhale, feel the tension drain from your legs, through your feet and toes, and into the mat. Picture your calves and your shins and your knees. Inhale. As you exhale, feel any tension there drain into the mat through your feet and toes. Finally, picture your ankles, your feet, and your toes, and let any remaining tension melt into the mat. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Now do a mental body scan from the top of your head all the way down to your feet, looking for any areas of tension, tightness, soreness. Focus on that part of your body. If you find it, inhale. As you exhale, feel that tension release into the mat. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. As you inhale, think about inhaling all things that are good, positive, warmth, light, love. And as you exhale, exhale out any stress, tension, negativity. Breathe. And you can stay in this Savasana pose as long as you like, enjoying this relaxation, enjoying this peace. In yoga, we say namaste. Namaste means the light in me recognizes the light in you. It is a sign of gratitude, respect, and connection. Thank you for choosing the Yoga Athlete. Namaste.